What if the most dangerous men weren't the ones with guns, but the ones with secrets? Welcome to The Tin Men, a razor-sharp, pulse-pounding thriller from Nelson DeMille and Alex DeMille, the masterminds behind the explosive Scott Brody and Maggie Taylor series. This isn't just another crime novel. It's a game of cat and mouse where every move is calculated. Every clue could be a trap, and the truth is buried so deep it might never see the light. When FBI Special Agent Scott Brody and cybersecurity expert Maggie Taylor are called in to investigate a string of mysterious deaths among high-ranking government officials, they uncover something far more terrifying than murder. A conspiracy so vast, so well hidden, that it threatens to dismantle everything they trust. And at the center of it all, a shadowy group known only as the Tin Men. Elite operatives trained to disappear, reprogram, and eliminate without a trace. If you crave relentless suspense, real-world intrigue, and a partnership forged in fire, then the Tin Men will grip your heart and refuse to let go. This is not just about solving a case. It's about surviving one. In The Tin Men, we dive back into the world of Scott Brody, a no-nonsense FBI agent with a sharp mind and a sharper instinct, and Maggie Taylor, a brilliant former NSA analyst who sees patterns where others see chaos. Their chemistry is electric, not just romantic, but intellectual. They challenge each other, protect each other, and when danger closes in, they fight like hell. The story kicks off with the sudden death of a U.S. senator under suspicious circumstances. Officially, it's ruled a suicide. But Brody doesn't buy it. Something feels off. The scene too clean, the evidence too convenient. When two more high-profile figures die in eerily similar ways, Brody and Taylor are pulled into a joint task force to uncover the truth. What begins as a routine investigation quickly spirals into a labyrinth of deception, cover-ups, and cold-blooded assassinations. The victims have one thing in common. They were all involved in a classified military program years ago, one that was quietly buried after a catastrophic failure. Enter the Tin Men. Not robots, not machines, but human operatives. Former soldiers, spies, and intelligence agents who underwent experimental psychological conditioning and neural reprogramming to become perfect, untraceable weapons. Programmed to obey, trained to vanish, capable of blending into any environment, assuming any identity, and eliminating targets without remorse or memory. And someone has reactivated them. DeMille and DeMille craft a narrative that's equal parts the Bourne identity, mission, impossible, and classic DeMille suspense, tight, intelligent, and relentlessly paced. The plot unfolds like a live wire, sparking with tension on every page. Just when you think you've figured out the game, the rules change. Every ally could be an enemy. Every lead could be a dead end. And the deeper Brody and Taylor dig, the more they realize. This isn't just a conspiracy. It's a war, one being fought in the shadows. As the body count rises, so does the pressure. Brody and Taylor find themselves targeted, their movements watched, their communications compromised. Someone inside the government is pulling strings. A mole, a traitor, or worse, a Tin Man walking among them undetected, waiting for the right moment to strike. Their investigation takes them from the marble halls of DC power brokers to abandoned military compounds in the Nevada desert, from encrypted data dumps to midnight chases through rain-soaked city streets. With each revelation, the stakes climb higher. The Tin Men aren't just killing, they're sending a message. And if Brody and Taylor don't crack the code in time, the next name on the list could be their own. But what makes the Tin Men truly unforgettable isn't just the action. It's the characters. Brody is tough, loyal, and haunted by past failures. Taylor is fearless, brilliant, and unafraid to bend the rules. Together, they're a force unlike any other in modern thriller fiction. Their relationship adds emotional depth to the breakneck pace, grounding the story in something real: love, loyalty, and the cost of doing the right thing in a world built on lies. The DeMilles also raise chilling questions about the ethics of military experimentation, AI, and the limits of human control. How much of a person can you erase before they stop being human? Can a man be programmed to kill and still come home to his family? And once a weapon is created, can it ever be turned off? These aren't just plot points. They're moral dilemmas that linger long after the final chapter. There are moments that will leave you breathless with tension, others that will bring tears to your eyes, and some that will have you gripping your seat in anticipation. The dialogue is sharp, the narration immersive, and the emotional payoff immense. Whether you're listening on a long drive, during a late-night walk, or curled up under blankets with nowhere to be, The Tin Men demands your full attention and rewards it tenfold. By the time you reach the final chapter, you won't just remember the plot. You'll remember how it made you feel. You'll have lived through betrayals, heartbreaks, and triumphs. You'll have questioned everything you thought you knew about trust, technology, and truth. Because The Tin Men isn't just a book, it's a warning, a mirror, a lightning-fast ride through the darkest corners of power, and the light that flickers at the end of the tunnel. So, are you ready to face the truth? Press play, let the storm in, and prepare to lose yourself in a thriller that defies every rule. The Tin Men. Available now. Don't miss this unforgettable chapter in Brody and Taylor's journey.